Yo, what's up, exiles? Something's off this league. Feels like you are grinding maps, you are clearing bosses, and the currency drops are dry. Yet still, chaos to divine ratio is similar to every other league. Well, you are not imagining it. The latest patch made major changes to the loot drops and economy in PoE. Today, we are going to break down what changed in simple words, why it matters, and most importantly, what you should do to keep your economy alive. All monsters now drop fewer items. But what does that mean? It means that your rarity targets less items, so you have way less chance to convert them into higher tier items or higher tier currency. So if you are playing a magic find build, your divines per hour will drop significantly. If you are used to clear map, drop loot, or flip or craft or something like that, that loop is weaker now. Fewer drops equals slower currency generation, which means builds or strategies relying on random big drops are riskier to run now. For example, I like Bridge and I used to drop a lot of divines from just clearing breaches, Chorus too from time to time, not to mention grasping mails and blessings. Economy shifts mean farming strategy meta shifts. You will want reliable, consistent currency farming methods rather than hope for the one big coin flip drop. Atlas passives have been adjusted too. Item rarity and quantity nodes were heavily nerfed, and the community complains that every farm is capped at 5 or 10 div per hour. Loots feel scarce and etc. But the bottom line is that drops haven't vanished, but yield per hour is lower, and you will likely need to adapt your strategy if you are farming for profit. So what about profit crafting? People had to accumulate currency for 1 or 2 days to be able to do crafts that are now available from week 1 to everyone from the new tree, which is basically a deterministic way of getting crafting bases or even whole completed items. That means profit crafting is not much of a profit anymore, at least on the low to mid end. What are some upsides to all of this? One thing I noticed, which is not related to the economy but related to the game itself, is that performance is way smoother when the game isn't forced to generate 1,000 items, of which 99% are completely useless. A lot of things are accessible earlier and easier, thus cheaper. It's like the prices on the supermarket went down 50%. Everyone would eat better, but the business owners would complain. The thing is, basically every exile is a business owner, whether you flip items, bulk sell, run maps, or profit craft, so everyone is affected. But if you are willing to adapt, you will survive and even thrive in this new state of economy. So what can you do to always profit and stay healthy during shifts like these? Focus on mechanics that don't have to do with drops. For example, ultimatums. Your rewards aren't drop based, they are fixed every round. Similarly, rituals require you to kill some monsters to open a shop that you can grab some items that can prove really valuable, like expensive corpses or synthesized items, even raw currency and invitations. Top secret tip: bulk sell blood-filled vessels item level 83 plus for some extra divines. Another good method is Kingsmarch. You send shipments to the islands up to 3 at a time and you receive back currency and a bunch of items. Each island has favored currencies that you should send, along with 3 to 5 million total shipment value to fish for divines, currency in general, tattoos, rune grafts, some bases, some uniques that can prove really valuable. In some scenarios, you can even get back mirror shards. Similarly, you can also assign map runners to run the maps for you and bring you back the loot. It's kinda pricey gold wise, so make sure to optimize your workers. You get the point. The clear based lucky drop strats are pretty much dead right now. So we have to focus on strategies that the loot is pretty much fixed. I showcased in my previous video the strategy I used to speed up Kingsmarch's currency farm, and since then I have swapped it around a little bit and optimized it as much as I could so I can benefit from all the strategies I mentioned all at once. I will leave the link for the Atlas tree in the description if you want to copy this strategy. So to give you some context of what I'm doing right here, I'm taking all the ultimatum nodes. I mean, not all of them, the ones we want, what we need. For example, we don't want to fight the boss because we are not a boss build. depends on your build. I'm a clearing build. I'm a tanky build. I like the encounter. I don't like the boss. We take ritual. We can pretty much AFK rituals. This gives me reduced tribute and a chance to cost no tribute. This gives me unique monsters grant more tribute and also reduce tribute for the costs. Of course, we take the same node, Refiner's Bargain. Three mechanics in particular give us a random or crop or even thaumaturgic dust. For example, we take Torment because possessed monsters have a chance to give us thaumaturgic dust. We take also some Neko chance, not all the nodes. We don't need all the nodes right now because it gives us random ore and we just don't block the, where is it? The Sacred Grove, the harvest. We just don't block it. We don't take any nodes for the harvest. We don't need them. So if it happens, it happens. If you are in the mood to do it, you do it. I take all the Rogue Exile nodes because we are doing ritual, and Rogue Exiles are very good in ritual because they are unique monsters and they respawn in ritual. Also, you can trap them in blood-filled vessels and you can sell them maybe in bulk, maybe on TFT, I don't know. I took these two nodes off because, for example, if I take this off and we have these two, we save 1 point basically here to block one extra mechanic. We want to block as many mechanics as possible, the ones we don't need, because it has a chance to spawn more ore, for rituals, etc, etc. And of course, the divine altars are also very, very nice. So we are taking some Eater of Worlds nodes, not every node. We don't need every node. Torment, we also take Harbinger because it's okay. It doesn't hurt the strategy. And of course, Scarabs, because we have some Scarab chance here, for example, here. We also take the ambush Scarabs because some ambush Scarabs are expensive. I am completely broke right now. I am trying to invest as much as possible in this build to optimize it to finish the guide. For example, this map. Seems okay. Let's quality. And let's go run it. No Scarabs, no nothing. You can run Scarabs. You can run extra ore. You can run Harbinger. You can run whatever Scarab you feel like. You can even run some Ritual Scarabs, some Rogue Exile Scarabs. Any strategy you need to follow works here. I'm just gonna showcase the base strategy. For example, what I meant is exactly this: 3 chaos. We don't care about the rarity, the drop rates, nothing. Just 3 chaos. Just finish the task. I don't like the stone circles, so I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna take the 3 and go. And last ritual done. Let's see what we have. Nothing crazy, I guess. Perfect dark marionettes. How much is it? 7 chaos. We still take it for ourselves. I found the ring the other day with vulnerability on heat synthesized. It was like 20 divines, I think. Nothing here, but we still benefit. We get trash uniques for the vendors, for the dust. We get from Nico extra ore, and also we happen to have harvest. For the showcase, just I will show you. We don't care to be the higher tier plants because we are not getting life force anyway. If you see, we get corn, wet, we get plants for our Kingsmarch instead of life force, which is really nice. You can speed up the process of growing pumpkin, growing your crops. Instead of waiting and waiting and waiting, you can do it by yourself. And of course the league mechanics. You want to fish for the chest also, because they may have Holborn uniques. You need a decent build to do this. You cannot do this with a trash build. For example, you maybe can do tier 16 maps, but not every build is optimized well for this. You need to be able to protect here. And that's why you have the abilities also. If you can't kill them fast enough, just freeze them. Easy. Let's give here a shield. When you see a lot of monsters storming in and you can give here a shield, just give here a shield. Don't risk here. Also, if she's about half HP, you want to heal her if you have available. And just like that, 3.6k graft blood, some uniques, some for vendor, some to sell, and maps and items and stuff like that. Maybe we can go and craft something. Let me give you an example. I want to fish for a good helmet or gloves, for example. I have here increased chance to be helmets. Less lightning, actually. I don't care if it's fire or cold modifiers. We want physical modifiers because we want an armor base. We don't want chaos modifiers. We are fishing for chaos, so we block either cold or lightning. Let's block cold because it's actually more profitable. Lightning is more rare. No attack modifiers. We have the options here for critical, attack, caster, and speed. Basically, we don't benefit that much, but maybe the gloves have some leads with attack and stuff like that. Fractured, of course, the lowest level removed, so we can craft it easier. We don't want mana, we want life modifiers. We don't mind speed, maybe it's attack speed we can sell. Maybe we will change this to boots and it's ready. We just swap the equipment we want. And increased chance for life modifiers. More chance to have strength requirements, so it's that base. Not exactly that, but armor base. Less dexterity, less intelligence. You can swap these around depending on what gear you want, what modifiers you want. For example, you maybe want a higher energy shield. The defense modifier, I think here. Defense modifier, you want the energy shield. You go for the defense modifiers. I want life modifiers. Increased chance for life modifiers. And also this note because we cannot spend it anywhere else for an additional item. A little secret, you hold control and you just press. You don't have to manually do everything. Look at that. Decent chaos resistance, increased life regeneration rate plus flat increased. You can also go for the uniques. Let's gamba. Don't have more money to gamba. I thought it was maze blood. You can take this, for example, and craft suffixes cannot be changed, and then do a veiled chaos orb or something like that. You can even do a veiled exalt, but I don't recommend it because it's expensive. It's like 4 divines. That's how I crafted my helmet. Not this helmet, wait. when I have for sale. This one. I got +2 socketed AoE gems from the Veiled modifier, Tier 1 hybrid, armor life, chaos resistance, life regeneration rate, a lot of chaos resistance, it's like 50 chaos resistance, a little bit of fire, increased area of effect, also on the implicit, really nice. We could have flat life, I don't need that much armor, to be honest, but it's okay. If you want to open fast the rogue, Control Alt click, boom, everything here turns into dust. I need to transfer a whole lot of items. We also want to grab ritual vessels with us, so you right click, you click on the ritual when you finish it, and you grab all the blood, so you can transfer it into another ritual, and players buy this. At this moment, 10 of these go for 1 divine. So let's say average 3 to 4 maps, 1 divine, standard. And then you put money here, so you have workers, they mine the ore, the one you found on your maps and also got from the Nico nodes, they farm the crops, they smelt the bars. These actually are not exactly, they are not the same ratio. I'm not sure, I don't remember the numbers. It's been a long time since I did Kingsmarch. So far, I've got some divines, I've got some items I've crafted and I've sold. Nothing crazy. Some item I crafted, some item I crafted, 1 divine. Another, a Zorf craft actually, I crafted, not exactly crafted, with Falborg currency. I just pressed Exalt and it was good. And random stuff, basically. Also, I got a blood nuts from the tree. Bases, crafting bases, I got with fracture bases, which is very profitable also. If you want to fish for that, you can do it with a tree. And that's pretty much it. You can do it also in the originator maps. You can buy originator maps and do it in originator maps along with scarabs, whatever strategy you like, your preference. This is the base of the strategy. You can optimize it however you want. I will leave again the link to the PoE Atlas in the description. You can copy it, you can optimize it. You can even post in the comments your optimized tree if you build it differently, if you save some nodes somewhere I can't seem to understand or I miss, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Leave a like if you liked. Actually, if you don't like, don't leave a like. If you want to follow for more and you also want to see the guide for this build, subscribe to the channel and see you on the next one.